Yo, what's going on YouTube? It is your boy Nick. I'm the Get This Nick channel, the Get This Nick gang. Get This Nick gang, GTNG, Get This Nick, I had to think about it for a second. GTNG, what is going on guys? Got something a little different for you guys today. I've been in the market, I've been looking at these motorcycle jacks, lifts, whatever you want to call them. Because, you know, last year I had to do a 3-hole oil change on this bike, or I wanted to at least, before I put it in storage. And I did it all with the bike just like this, on the garage floor, on its side stand. I was laying on the floor trying to stick my arm under it, you know, find the thing, look on it, you know, and it was doable. I got it done, but it was a hassle. So after that happened, I was in the market, I was looking for these lifts, and I was like, you know, what's good, what's this, different types. I was reading up on them, and I really had my mind made up on J&S jacks. I'm sure you guys are familiar with them. If you're not, you can check out their website. They still got a website up. But J&S jacks, it was nice because it was short, it was made in America, it was durable, it was nice lift, it came with the oil drain pan and everything. It was set up really nice. But as I looked more and more into it, on their Google reviews at least, for J&S jacks, I don't know what happened, if something with the pandemic maybe affected their business, but there was a lot of these horror stories of people sending them money and not hearing back for months. They were paying for the lift in full online, and it's like $700-800 lift. It's expensive, and they were paying for it, and they weren't getting back to anyone from the company. So I don't know what was going on with that, but I definitely didn't feel confident in giving my money, and I wasn't sure I was ready to drop close to $1,000 on a lift at the time, so I kind of held off. Started looking around a little more. I was looking for something similar to J&S jacks, and I came up with, well, the internet threw it at me, was these PITBULL lifts, very similar to the J&S jack, made in Tennessee, so it's American made, and yeah, basically everything similar except for that oil drain pan. But you got your little handle here, your wheels, move this thing around, and you got your little stoppers here that you screw into the ground so that this lift ain't going nowhere and all that stuff. So I was like, okay, the PITBULL looks nice, but similar to the J&S. I mean, I think they retail for $700, and then you have to pay for shipping and then tax on top of that. So when it's all said and done with the PITBULL lift, you're probably gonna be at like, I wanna say, I don't know, depending, 800, 850. So then again, I was like, it's kind of a lot of money to drop on a jack, but I really want it, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, I'll just keep my eyes open. I don't need it right now, and I'll wait. Sure enough, I was checking Facebook Marketplace. I found this one. I asked the guy for some pictures. I was checking out. He's like, I've only used it like maybe 10 times. I sold my motorcycle. I don't need it anymore. I was like, okay, cool. So I met up with the guy today, and I picked this up, and I got it for $400. So I thought that was pretty good for a slightly used one, 400 bucks. So I went and picked it up, but I'm gonna give you guys a little demo here, just in case you're in the market, want to get one for your bike. This one's rated at almost 1,500 pounds, and yeah, like I said, it moves really easy on the floor, easy to get it under the bike and jack it up. So I'm gonna jack the bike up first, and then I'll take the lift out from underneath it so you guys can kind of check it out. But give me a second here. I'm doing this actually in some Nike flip-flops, trying to jack this thing up, which probably isn't a good idea, but we'll be all right. We'll just go slow. You start pumping away, and you're gonna see the bike lean towards me because it's gonna be going upright off the side stand. So there's that. I'm still getting used to that. Like, it's still nerve-wracking to be pumping this and looking at your motorcycle kind of wobbling around. But we're gonna jack this all the way up for you guys. Alrighty, so now that we got that up, you can kind of see here, I mean, look at how much higher that gets the bike off the ground. So everything from, you know, if you wanted to wash it, checking your tire pressure, filling up your tires, any type of work with the engine or doing exhaust or anything, definitely makes it a hell of a lot easier once you can bring the bike up to a level like this. And there's a shot of the front for you guys so you could see. But yeah, Definitely nice. And I'm gonna lower it down and talk a little more, but this is another thing I wanted to show you guys too. Another reason why I really liked, or this specific one, you know, stood out to me a lot, is some of these motorcycle jacks that they have out on the market. It's like you jack the bike up in the air, and then when you go to release it to bring the bike down, it is not like a steady release. It's like you press a, you know, you twist something, you turn something, all of a sudden the bike just comes like boom, like comes down fast. And I wasn't trying to have something like that. It would make me way too nervous, and I wouldn't trust it at all. So the good thing about this is, you know, we see you got it pumped up here, and oh yeah, while I'm down here, these are the stoppers. So you just flip these down, one on each side, and it catches into like these little grooves on the frame, and that basically, you know, it's like a jack stand for your bike. You could air out the hydraulic until it runs into that, and yeah, it's all good to go. But to release it, you're simply just going to turn this lever. You could flip it all the way to the left, it'll release quickly. But the thing I like about this one is if you just turn it just a little bit to the left, hang on, I don't want to do it too fast, there you go. So you could see now how the bike is slowly coming down. And obviously if I wanted to come down faster than this, I could just turn that same lever a little bit farther to the left. But I'm just trying to give you guys the idea here of it's nice because you don't have to worry about this thing coming crashing down like some of the other ones do. And that was another thing I was worried about. I was like, I don't really want to do that to my bike. So yeah, we got the kickstand down, tires hit first, and then this is the scary part. I'm still getting used to this. The bike's gonna lean onto its kickstand like that, and yeah, she's back down. So let me take this Pitbull lift out for you guys so you guys could see. So as you could see here, I got the handle, and just to push it around, it rolls easily. It's not like the wheels or anything are cheap. Bring it over here in the light for you guys. But yeah, set it down. So you got the handle, you got the stoppers to turn it in so it's secure, the pump, and then you got the little release knob down there. 4 wheels on there. And that's it. A little rubber on there to grab the frame. So yeah, really nice. And guys, this is I know it's expensive, right? If you're not finding a used one, I mean, even me, some people aren't comfortable dropping the $400 on this, even though you know it's used. There's some people that for sure are not going to drop $800, $850 on a motorcycle lift. They don't see the point, whatever. But I'm just going to say this: the way I look at these motorcycle lifts are the same way I look at buying a helmet for the bike. And let me explain why. There's people out here that will buy the $25,000, $30,000 motorcycle, and you know they spend all this money on the bike, 20, 30 grand, whatever it is, and then they go to get gear or a helmet at least, and they look at helmets and they're like, $100 for a helmet, that's kind of a lot, you know? And they like penny pinch on certain things, and I don't think you should do that. I don't think you should do that for a helmet, which is why I got the Shoei, the RF 1200. It's an expensive helmet, but I love it. And then these motorcycle lifts as well, because if you're gonna be putting your bike, you saw how high I just jacked that bike up. If you're gonna be putting your $20,000, $30,000 motorcycle on a jack and lift it into the air, I'd wanna make sure that that jack is like one of the best top of the line jacks I can get, because I don't want my motorcycle to come crashing down or that thing to fail or whatever the case may be. So that's my little 2 cents on it. I know there's some people who are gonna disagree. They're gonna say, I went to Harbor Freight and I got a jack for $40 for my motorcycle and it's rated at 1,500 pounds too. It looks the exact same as that, blah, blah, blah. There's always gonna be people out there like that. You guys can stick to the Harbor Freight ones, that's okay. I'm gonna stick to this though. I'm gonna get something that's made in America, that's got good reviews, that I did my research on, that I feel like, you know, could hold up to the task. And that's why I got it. So if you're on the fence about spending the money on the lift, I completely get it. But at the end of the day, that's the way you should look at it. It's like, do I really want to trust putting my motorcycle on some cheap, you know what I mean? So that's your boy, Get This Nick's 2 cents. But anyways, yeah, guys, thanks for checking out the video. Just wanted to show you guys what we got going on here. But this will be good for the 3-hole oil changes, for, you know, cleaning the bike, which needs to be done because it's super dusty right now, or just you know, for even storing the bike. Like I said, I'll probably put the bike on the jack, tuck it away in the corner of the garage, lift it off the ground a little bit so the tires get off the ground a little bit, and that'll be the end of it. But as always, guys, thanks for dropping by the video. Please drop a comment, guys, if you use the Pitbull jack, if you got the J&S jacks, if you bought a J&S jack recently, drop a comment, because I've heard nothing but bad things. People haven't been getting their stuff. So if your experience was different, please drop a comment. I'd love to hear about it. And that's to conclude the video. So as always, thanks for dropping by the channel, guys. Appreciate the love and support. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.